Another famous line in this chapter says, "There are commands from the ruler that should not be followed." This is one of the most quoted ideas in the art of war. It means that sometimes the sovereign's order does not fit the actual situation on the front line, and in such rare cases, it should not be followed. This idea was likely written more for rulers than for generals. It's a reminder that the person who hears the cannon fire should make the decision. Leaders must resist the temptation to command remotely without understanding the battlefield. This is not a license for disobedience. It's one of the 9 variations, and it applies only in exceptional cases. While defying the ruler's command might carry the risk of death, following an obviously flawed order could lead to disaster for the whole army. In those moments, refusing the command could actually serve the state better. This is the essence of adaptive thinking. Sun Tzu consistently emphasizes the importance of variation. No strategy or policy should ever be fixed. Victory depends on knowing how to change with the situation. Only those who understand the advantages of adaptation will truly succeed. The same is true in business. There is no single formula for success. Everything depends on the ability of business leaders to assess the current situation, act in real time, and make informed decisions. Opportunities exist everywhere, all the time. The real question is whether a business can recognize those opportunities, respond in time, and choose the right strategy and tactics to win in a competitive market. In the early 1920s, the rubber industry in Southeast Asia was booming, attracting investors from the United States, Britain, and Japan. As a result, rubber production soared. But when supply outpaced demand, prices collapsed and profits plummeted. Many investors panicked and rushed to sell their rubber plantations and factories. In the midst of this chaos, the Chinese entrepreneur Tan Ka-ki saw a hidden opportunity. He believed that rubber, due to its many uses, would become a crucial material in the 20th century. He predicted that the downturn was only temporary. So he began buying up rubber factories and plantations from others who were trying to exit. At the same time, he improved production equipment, expanded existing facilities, and invested in rubber product manufacturing. His judgment proved correct. In November 1922, the British government imposed restrictions on rubber production, which led to a price rebound and a recovery of the rubber industry. Tan Ka-ki's success was a perfect example of someone who understood and made full use of the principle of the 9 variations. A wise leader always considers both sides of a situation, the benefits and the risks. When you see favorable conditions, think carefully about what hidden dangers might lie beneath them. When faced with difficulties, look for potential advantages and ways to turn harm into benefit. When encountering obstacles or unexpected events, it's essential to adapt and remain flexible. In this chapter, Sun Tzu offers a few methods for weakening an opponent without direct confrontation. First, find ways to make the enemy sabotage himself. For example, remove his wise and capable people so he has no one to rely on. Support corrupt officials within his ranks to ruin his policies and governance. Use deception to drive a wedge between ruler and advisors, causing distrust and division. Second, wear the enemy down by creating distractions, forcing him to labor and exhaust his resources. Third, use tempting offers or bait to lure him into your reach, so he delivers himself into your hands. Sun Tzu also promotes a proactive mindset when it comes to preparation. Never place your hopes on the enemy not coming or not attacking. Instead, always be fully prepared. When you are well fortified and ready for anything, the enemy has no opportunity to strike, while you remain secure and unshakable. Be vigilant even in peaceful times. Think about potential disorder even when everything seems under control. Prevent problems before they appear. Assume that challenges are inevitable and be ready to meet them at all times. Sun Tzu outlines 5 dangerous tendencies a commander should avoid. These traits may seem noble, but in the hands of the enemy, they can be exploited. They can trap you, wear you down, and even lead to your destruction. Leadership is often a matter of character. Therefore, a leader's greatest weakness is also a flaw in their character. Running a company is much like commanding an army. Whether the business thrives often depends on whether the person at the top has true leadership ability. One of the most admired business leaders of the modern era was Lee Iacocca, a man known throughout the United States. Through bold decisions and exceptional communication skills, he created results that impressed the world. When Iacocca took over as president of Chrysler in 1979, the company was deeply in debt. With few options left, he turned to the government for a guarantee, which would allow him to secure a $1 billion loan from the banks to fund new car development. This move sparked public outrage. In the United States, relying on government assistance was seen as violating the spirit of free market competition. Facing criticism from business leaders, the media, the government, and Congress, Iacocca calmly analyzed the situation and adopted a strategic approach. He launched a public campaign to win over public sympathy and support. By dividing his efforts and tackling opposition one step at a time, he eventually secured the $1 billion loan. He then used that money to develop a series of new cars. Starting in 1982, Chrysler began turning a profit. The following year, it made over $900 million, marking the most profitable year in the company's history. Chrysler was reborn, and Iacocca became one of the most admired entrepreneurs in the world. The chapter is titled The 9 Variations, and its core message is about adaptability. It teaches that in warfare, commanders must remain mobile and flexible, tailoring their strategy to the specific terrain and the unique circumstances of the enemy. Sun Tzu emphasizes that no matter the principle or strategy, success depends on the ability to adapt to change. Only those who understand the advantages of the 9 variations can truly achieve victory. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more.